Welcome back to the program. Consciousness is everything. We cannot exist without consciousness. I cannot experience the camera. I can't see the camera in front of me without consciousness. I can't experience the wall in front of me. I can't see that without consciousness or conscious awareness. I can't play golf without consciousness. So consciousness, in order for us to exist, we have to have consciousness. And there are layers of consciousness, one of them being the I am person or personality, which would be the golf professional, the mother, the father, the teacher, the lawyer. There is the I am awareness, which is the higher aspect of ourselves. When we quiet our mind for 2 to 5 seconds, we then can become connected to more of a higher source of who we are, that connection to the creator source or God. So as we have these different layers of consciousness, these are the layers that help us to create more things in our golf game. If we want to be more consistent in our golf game, we have to learn to be a more powerful creator with our golf game. And to be a more powerful creator, it comes down to our ability to focus our concentration on a desired outcome. So concentration is basically bringing the consciousness to a focus or desire, and it's your natural devotion to this. Even if you get sidestepped in your focus on an outcome, you can bring your focus back to it, and the more that you bring it back to it, the more that stream of conscious energy goes towards it, the stronger, the greater ability you have in focusing on that and then creating it for yourself. And when you're able to more focus on something, you're then able to more connect to the feeling of that desired outcome that you may have. So the more that we have concentration towards something, our consciousness is putting its energy more towards it. And when we get closer towards that manifestation of it, we start to feel that outcome. We start to sense what that outcome would feel like. What would it feel like to break 80 more consistently? What would it feel like to break 90 more consistently? The more that you go along this line and you put this energy towards it, that's what is enabling you to see things manifest in front of you. But as golfers, we have this illusion that we need to be focused on really the wrong thing. Many golfers desire to be focused on really the outcome of their swing, which is the mechanic of the swing. They're not really focused on the outcome of the shot. They're focused on where is my hip going here, is my elbow going there. If I'm putting a 3-foot putt, have I taken the putter straight back? You're much more focused on the mechanic of the swing. But our freedom to focus has to be really on the proper focus, and that focus would be what is the outcome we want in our golf game, and what would that look like, what would that feel like. So if, let's say, we're playing golf and we need to hit our shots more consistently in the fairway, we're playing golf, the focus would not be how is my driver going to work off the tee, am I going to keep my head back. It would be more on the outcome that we're trying to see, and it's the outcome. Our focus should be on the outcome in our golf game. That's what's going to bring reality into our existence, not necessarily the process of how it's done. So as a conscious creator in a golf game, really all things are possible. And because all things are possible, when you are aligned with that idea, knowing that all things are possible, your I am presence, or your higher self, is basically telling you, it's a great guidepost for you when it comes to your golf game. It's telling you that if I am focused on a particular outcome and I'm aware that there are multiple possibilities for me to put the ball in the fairway, it doesn't have to be a perfect tee shot, and my swing doesn't have to be a perfect way. When I'm more in alignment with who I am and how I'm playing my round of golf, and I'm free to have an outcome really be experienced any way possible, I'm going to feel better. I'm going to feel more energized, rejoiced, rejuvenated when I'm playing, when I'm open to all possibilities. Because I know from a higher level there are infinite ways for me to create things, and I'm an infinite creator. I can create it many different ways. It doesn't have to be a particular way with a swing mechanic that's done a certain way. But if I'm out there playing and I've hit a shot and my focus was more so on the swing, and I made a bad swing, and I didn't bump my hip correctly, and I didn't hold my hand correctly, whatever the mechanical thought I had. And when I was younger playing, I had these thoughts all the time. These thoughts would just rain in on me because I was trying to make a perfect swing all the time, and my outcomes were very poor because I was more focused on the process of the swing and not the outcome. So our freedom of focus is everything when it comes to a golf game, and it comes down to what is it that we are focusing on. Because when we are focused on our ability to be the infinite creator, we're going to feel better. We'll be in alignment with more of our I am presence, our higher self. When we see lack, when we are focused on an outcome, or we have a shot, we make a poor swing, and we start concentrating more on my swing should have done this or this, then you start to get a very restricted feeling. You're basically telling yourself, I have a very limited way or possibility of creating the shot I want unless I do it with this particular motion that I've been practicing on since I've been taking lessons. And that's yourself telling that. You're telling yourself, that's your higher self, your I am presence, telling you that you're out of alignment. You are an infinite creator, and it doesn't have to be done a certain way. But golfers all over the world who want to be more consistent, they get wrapped up in the wrong point of focus. So your homework this week is to figure out, what am I focusing on when I'm practicing or playing? Am I focused on my swing mechanic, or am I focused on the outcome more when I'm playing? It's a huge thing to step into and understand that where your concentration is, where you're focused at in your golf game, that has so much to do with the outcome that you see, because you are the infinite creator. So this week when you're playing or practicing, let's find out, what are you focusing on? And as you're focusing on it, how are you feeling? What's your guidance system telling you? And that's a great way for you to determine whether you're focusing on the right or wrong thing. Are you focused on more infinite possibilities? You'll be feeling better. Or are you focused more on restricted things, more definitely not infinite possibilities? You're focused on lack or limited outcomes. So let's take a look at this next week. Wait a few days, or if you get a chance to practice a few times, then go on to the next session here, but definitely get some work in on the range or on the golf course, and then we'll go on to the next session.